Hi, everyone, and welcome to a September 2024 Top 16 match. This is Andrew Walker, host of Might as Well Watch. As always, the game today is going to be a close to a mirror match between number two Brian Tash on, or sorry, Ben Tash on uh, Barely Enchantress was the name we came up with. You'll hopefully see why. And his opponent is Chris Tolar, number 15, and he is on green white enchantress. From the look of the tokens, it's a soldier token creator deck. But other than that, let's see about getting into it.
I don't need all these tabs.
Okay, guys, you're good to go. It's best of three, so sideboard's normal on game two. Other than that, good luck, and I'll talk to you at the end.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Ben, you're good to do middle on top as well.
All right, cool. Do that.
Good luck to you, bud.
Good luck.
I'm gonna keep track of our life in Excel just because it's easier than.
Okay, easier. I got the life total thing right here too, and I'm sure I know. Oh shit! Let's not throw that on the ground. Jesus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. You know what? You know the matchup. I don't care enough. I'm not keeping 6 Lance and an Enchantress. That's miserable.
Thinking. I'll keep this.
Okay.
Oh, you were gonna mention the frustration or something. There's something.
Oh
about
yeah. Oh yeah. My frustration with you. So literally. Okay. So first of all, every match that I've had before this, I've told my opponents this, and they've all laughed. I registered Green White Enchantress the day before you posted your article about how Green White would be so good for Lobster Con. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Could you maybe like not have done it the day after I registered a list? And then you break it down further, and you're like, you know what cards are really bad? Worship and Words of Wilding. I hate both of those cards. I'm sitting here like, I fucking registered Worship and Words of Wilding. This Chris Molar, son of a bitch over here, just dunking on my decisions that I've made. And I'm just sitting here like, what are you doing to me? And I didn't even realize it was you until I saw you go like, I saw the picture and I was like, oh motherfucker, this guy. Okay, so I had to tell you about the heat I got with you, man. I mean, clearly,
fair
pleasure,
enough.
But it was a good
So
laugh.
it's so funny. It's so funny you mentioned that, Ben, because William Hurst approaches me and he's like, would you be willing to write an article for my Patreon if you were, about why Enchantress would be a good choice if you were going to go? I'm like, well, actually, I am going to go. And I don't really care if people know that I don't care if people know. It's like, it's going to do what it's going to do. You know what I mean? And you can always just put middle on top. I don't care. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're all friends here. So I wrote that whole thing out, and the second question I had for him was, is this going to be publicly available? And he's like, yeah, people will be able to read it for free. And I'm like, okay, it's not going to be paywalled or anything. So that was kind of like one of the things that I wanted to make sure is like I come from like the old like vintage the managing days where just people wrote like a lot of articles, and there was like a crowdsourced level of understanding and deck theory and stuff. So yeah. So I spent like many hours on that article, and it ended up being like way bigger than I intended it to be. But what's funny is I ended up registering Worship for LobsterCon. Because I had noticed in my testing that like too many solitary confinements, it was just like very hard to keep them going. And I'm really glad I did, because I ended up like going 3-1 against Burn, and like Worship was like a huge thing that day. So
nice. Yeah.
Okay. How's your new hand?
I'm keeping 6. Yeah, I put one on the bottom.
You already put one on the bottom. Yeah,
yes. Go. Yeah. I also have to tease a little bit. I see that you took your swords out of the main.
I did. Well, so I wanted to create for that article. I wanted to create a list that would be good for anybody to pick up, and I think,
yeah, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, although main deck swords would have been just fine. for that event, you know. So
now it would have been bad for this matchup, but I was hoping when I saw your list, I was like, oh, it's this guy. Oh, son of a bitch, his swords aren't main. He doesn't have 3 dead draws.
yeah.
Okay, like 5/8 dead draws. Like, okay, there's a corner case with opalescence, but we won't talk about that.
Yeah. This honestly, this matchup can be pretty miserable, and I imagine these games will be one-sided either way. So, okay, you got a turn 1 guile.
Forest crack guile. Yeah, I'm sorry, we're just talking. I should actually like announce what I'm doing.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, drop. Okay, I'm gonna go Heath. I'll go to 19. I'll get a forest.
Okay.
I'll shuffle on your turn just so that this doesn't take forever. I'm gonna go exploration into a Heath, and I'll pass with 5.
Untap, upkeep, spin. 2, 3, 4 there. There's these 3. We'll leave that on top. Actually, we'll put that there. Actually, we'll draw this one. I'm going to go Sylvan, or not Sylvan, Jesus, Sarah's Sanctum. Wild Growth on the Sanctum, and I'll play an Enchantress's Presence and pass.
Sure. I'll draw. Okay, I'm gonna fetch and go get a plains.
Okay.
And you wanted me to just always do middle on top, right?
Just cut on camera. You're fine. You don't have to do it. Yeah, just as long as you cut visibly on camera, you're good, man.
Cool. All right, I'll play Seal of Cleansing and take out your Enchantress's Presence.
Yep,
and
presence down.
And I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep, spin. I'll put that on top. We'll draw. I'll play land for turn, crack, go get the forest that's magically on top. I will pay a life for that and go to 18.
Yeah.
Cut. Then we'll go white, green, presence, Sylvan, trigger, draw.
Sure.
Pass.
Okay. I'm gonna wild growth this and lose the game. Yeah. I'm gonna play another exploration and pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, spin, but whatever. We'll just library. Draw. I'll give you a chance here. We'll just go to 10.
I'll give you a chance and draw 3 cards.
No, I know, right? Sorry. I'll dunk my life total. Forgive the arrogance there. I'll draw a card off Enchantress. I'll play another Guile. Play that. Play land for turn. Thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This might be a little presumptuous, but I'm going to replenish just to get back a single Enchantress.
Sure.
I'll leave 2 white floating with the green, because it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before that came back. So 2 and a green floating. I'll wipe out the green and use the 1, and we will play Sterling Grove, draw 2, trigger.
Yeah.
1 white floating. I'll pay 1, go to 9. We'll play a Miri's Guile, draw, 1, 2.
Wait, you didn't have a green floating, right?
I tap the brush land here.
Oh, sure. So you're at 9 now? Yeah, okay.
Yes, I'm at 9.
Yep.
Then let's see. I do have a land drop left from my exploration, which I will tap that. Play a fresh Sanctum, sacrifice the tapped one, lose the enchantment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go up to 9. I'll play Seal of Cleansing, draw 2, trigger. and then the rest of the mana will die.
Okay.
All past turn 4 in hand.
I can see.
Okay.
Told you these would be one-sided. Okay. Not bad. You had the double Enchantress. I figured on the Multa 6 it would be fine. I just needed a third land, so maybe that was a sketchy keep. I also drew almost all of my elephant grasses, which was not what I wanted. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you've got a better sideboard plan than I do, especially bringing in 3 Aura of Silence.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
At least I have Ray of Revelation, which don't get taxed by your Auras. Oh, shit, I am so screwed post-board.
Yeah, post-board is not looking super exciting. But hey, I mean, a lot of times it can be, there could just be one stumble and you never know what's going to happen. So, okay.
All right, now that I put them all together, let's make sure to shuffle real well. So, I don't draw all my sideboard cards. I'd rather not play that kind of a game of Magic.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. How long have you been playing Enchantress for, Ben?
Well, let's see. If you're talking in events, then a month. But I love the old Legacy Enchantress deck, and I love grindy decks. I'll be completely honest, and I've always had a fascination with Enchantress. I just never really had the money to put together the Sarah Sanctums and whatnot. But then I saw Rich put up good numbers with the blue-green. Oh, nope. With the blue-green list, I was like, okay, well, I'll try this, and goldfished with it for a long time. I was like, oh, you know what? I don't like it as much, so I decided to stick with more box standard.
Yeah.
Like the Ponza match seems pretty terrible for the blue-green, especially when you're trying to stack up things
So bad.
onto one land when people are playing Stone Rains.
It's incredible.
No, thank you. This sounds like an abysmal time for me.
Yeah.
So instead, I decided to go with the bog standard list.
Yep.
And you said middle on top, so we'll do that. Oh. Okay. Yep. Are we doing better now?
Cool. I'm gonna mull the 6.
I am also going to mulligan. Just the question you got to ask yourself is how aggressive do you want to get mulliganing for good cards or for hate or for an engine?
I'm gonna go to 5.
A lot of thought I had to put into this. Oh no.
One land hands are not gonna do it. This always happens to me when I get into an important match of an event where just the deck gives me all or no land, no matter how many times I shuffle. Happens every time. It's probably something that I'm doing wrong. Okay.
Yeah, have you just tried shuffling better? I think that's what my friends would used to say to me.
Yeah. I should definitely just try to draw better.
Yeah, of course.
I'll get around to that eventually.
Yeah.
It's literally the same hand. Okay, cool. I'll go to 4 because these hands are just not functional.
Oh no.
I've drawn every hand I've drawn has been only Sarah Sanctum as my only land. Every single hand that I've drawn has.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to 4. Okay.
Oh,
Sure.
I'm not loving this one either. But
Hey, we could just both go to 4.
shift.
We could have an
you.
interesting match on camera.
I'll ship that one. This could be bad. He says to the guy that's mulling to 4. Again, I'm sorry.
Yeah. This match is probably over. I can't imagine that I'm going to be able to come back with this hand. Like, I just didn't have any lands. All right, you're keeping 5 or 6 or what?
I'm keeping 6, yeah.
Sure. All right, ready?
Yes.
Go.
Guy'll go.
Sterling Grove, go.
Tap upkeep, spin. Yeah, okay, there we go. I'll play Seal and nuke your Grove.
Yep, anything else?
And then pass. Nope.
Go.
Keep that one. Play Crack Fetch.
Sure.
Go to 19. I'll shuffle on my turn, but I'll play a Grove myself. Or on your turn, and then pass.
Sure. Go.
Tap upkeep, spin. Keep that. Play land for turn.
You're frozen, it looks like.
Seal. Son of a gun. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, yeah, for some reason my internet's being a pain in the ass tonight. Sorry, guys.
Riveting content. Literally every hand, it was like 1 sanctum is my only land or 2 sanctums is my only lands, and it's just like, okay. I mean, I've already lost. It's something seriously has to go wrong on his. He's got the guile. It doesn't matter. Like, this is done. This is done. This is a non-match. Which I knew this was gonna happen too. I was like, all right, here we go. Gonna be on camera, Enchantress mirror, gonna lose it. I already knew it was gonna turn out this way. I'm very unfortunate. I was hoping to give you better content, Andrew. My bad. I should have drawn better.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I was at the point where I was about to grab my phone and just get us to where I'd just throw that on the phone and just get it to go there. All right. I played land, played Sealed of Cleansing, and passed.
Okay. Play Seal of Cleansing. Play Windswept Heath. Pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, spin. 1, 2, 3. I'll draw that. I'll pass with 3 in hand.
Okay, I'm gonna fetch on my upkeep.
Okay.
Go to 19.
Yep.
Okay, draw for my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna seal your Sterling Grove.
I will respond by sacking the grove.
Sure.
I'll go get presents
Sure.
and put it on top once the shuffle's over.
Yeah. How many cards do you have in
Yeah,
hand?
of course. And there's that. 3.
3 cards in hand. Okay. I'm gonna play an Aura of Silence.
Okay.
I will pass to you.
All right, untap, upkeep, trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Put this one in hand, go to 4. I'll tap for 2. I will, I'll seal your aura, which will then get my Miri's Guile blown up, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. Graveyard order, sacked, blown up, 2 floating. I'll play presence.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play wild growth, trigger, draw.
Yep.
2 green floating. I'll play exploration, trigger, draw.
Yes.
I'll play Miri's Guile, trigger, draw. I'll pass turn with 3 in hand.
Go.
Have upkeep, 1, 2, 3. I'll draw that one. Tap for 4 white. And a green, go down to 2 white. Words.
Sure.
Trigger, draw. I'll play a Sylvan Library, green, white, and I'll waste the thing to make a bear. I'll play a Plains for turn, and I'll pass turn.
Go.
Untap, upkeep. I'll skip that trigger. I'll make 3 bears.
Yep.
Move to combat, tap for 2.
17.
Pass turn.
Go.
Untap, upkeep, skip draw, make bears. 8.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Concede.
Oof, sorry, man.
Is what it is. Would have been nice to have at least a little bit more of a game, but The shuffle gods were against me today.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
What was the other card? Oh, Karmic Justice was the other card I brought in. So this is like a version that I built like last month, and I've already moved off of the 21 land version. And this is why. Like I was having issues having enough mana to begin with, and you know I was already locked into this version. I brought in Justice, Crypt, Enlightened Tutor, and 3 auras, and I took out 4 grasses, mobilization, and one of my 2 confinements. So
Okay, yeah, I cut my grasses and my warship because this seems pretty abysmal against you. I brought in Ray, Aura, Crypt, and Enlightened Tutor, and I brought in Swords to Plowshares just as I said earlier, or handed out earlier, with a hedge case if you had like an Opalescence or something in play. But
yeah, I
it
think you could just leave
a little sketch, but like it was the only.
Yeah, I think I would just leave.
Yeah, I mean that was the other option, but it was my hedge case there, but I knew the elephant grasses were terrible.
Yeah. You have to take those out. Those are just those do nothing.
Ben, have you tried putting in a Concordant Crossroad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even legal in this format, is it?
It was in Chronicles.
It was in Legends and it was Chronicles.
Yep.
Is Chronicles legal in it?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I'm about to show my ass here. Okay.
Yeah, I've tried it with bears.
That's
fun making
that actually sounds pretty fun, I won't lie.
Yeah. It's so cheap. It's like one green come in for Alpha Strike.
Just get a bunch of damage in out of nowhere.
Yeah. No one expects the bears.
Yeah, I think the bears are fine. I've really liked mobilization because you don't have to skip draws. I want to be able to draw lots of cards and make dudes. So mobilization's been good. My newest version is just on 2 opalescence, and it's been really consistent. So I wish I was playing that version today because it's on 22 lands. Basically, the way that I approach this deck is just trying a whole bunch of stuff to just like test ideas. And I've been back and forth on like the 21 versus 22 land version for a while. Like there's a lot of people debating stuff in the Enchantress Discord about how like they really like 21 lands. And I've played 21 lands enough to feel like it's wrong. 22 seems like the sweet spot because you get into a lot of situations where you just need to find an anchor card and you just like have to mulligan aggressively for that. Otherwise, like you're just playing this like top deck game, which is just not where you want to be. And sometimes you end up being on like a mull 2/5 and you need to have like a green source so that you can go Mary's Guile and start catching up. Like that game I lost was because I just didn't have. Actually, both games was because I just didn't have enough lands. Like I missed my land drop turn 3. Turn 2 actually because I had the exploration, and then I lost my and then I just didn't have any functioning mana in any of the other games. So there's a couple of German guys in the Enchantress Discord that are like all about 21 lands, and I'm like, this is wrong. Like I'm gonna do this just for like the test, and sometimes it's good because you just end up with 2 or 3 lands in hand, and then you're like, all right, cool, I have all the lands I need. But then you have matches like this where it's just like the games just don't function, and I had to mull to oblivion because I just didn't have any lands. So yeah, I think 22 lands is like the way to go for sure.
I'm playing 21. This is kind of a list I picked up. I did, for some reason, put 4 brush lands in instead of the 4th Windswept Heath, which, thinking now with 2 Sylvan Library and 4 Mary's Guile, is a bad idea because I want shuffle effects to be able to shuffle away my Mary's Guile and my.
Yeah. I saw your deck list. You were on 2 Wooded Foothills and 3 Heaths. I figured that was just because you didn't have a 4th one.
No, I do. It's just I cut a Windswept Heath for a brushland and thought, hey, that's a good idea. When it's clearly not. When I could just play 4 Windswept Heath and 1 Wooded Foothills. That was just an oversight. I'll be completely honest. So hey, that's the third bad deck building decision you can call me out for. on my on this list. So
I mean,
so thanks, Chris.
clearly, you're 1-0 against me on that. So maybe your list is the better list.
Oh, look, the Windswept Heath is clearly just a poor deck building decision. Okay,
Yeah, you should have been
I
on
will
4
eat dirt
Heath.
on that one. Yeah. If I play this again, I'll be sure to update that, or any of the other 12 pre-modern decks that I have sitting around the house because I have a problem.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool, man. Well, hey, I got to get going. Good
Yeah.
games, and
Yeah,
good luck
games.
in the rest of the event, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Sounds good. Look forward to seeing you in top 8, Ben.
All right. Thanks. All right. Later, guys.
Later, guys.